Welcome to Coins News Daily. Today we're talking about the most valuable and rare Eisenhower dollar coins of the United States of America. Some of these coins are extremely rare, and their value will surprise you. This old $1 Eisenhower coin could be worth more than a brand new car, and most people spend it without knowing. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Coins News Daily. Comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. Thanks with love for watching. Top 1. We are going to talk about a coin that almost everyone has seen, many people have spent, and very few truly understand. A coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but once you know what to look for, it becomes one of the most exciting modern dollar coins for collectors. This is the United States of America Eisenhower Dollar with the 1974 D mint mark, a coin that hides rare varieties, fascinating minting mistakes, and serious money potential. If you love coins, history, or the thrill of discovering something valuable in plain sight, then listen very carefully, because this is one of those coins that rewards knowledge. The Eisenhower Dollar was created to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a man remembered not only as a president but also as a five-star general and supreme commander during World War II. When this dollar was introduced, it carried a strong sense of patriotism and national pride. On the front, we see Eisenhower's bold portrait, strong and confident, a reminder of leadership during difficult times. On the back, we see the eagle landing on the moon, inspired by the Apollo space missions, a symbol of American ambition and achievement. Now let's focus on the year 1974 and the D mint mark. The D tells us this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. On paper, this coin does not look rare. Millions were produced, and many collectors overlook it. But here is where things get interesting, because rarity is not always about how many were made. Sometimes rarity is about how many survived in the right condition, and sometimes it is about mistakes that were never supposed to exist. Most 1974 D Eisenhower dollars were struck in copper-nickel-clad composition. They were large, heavy coins, and because of their size, they were often poorly handled during production. This led to weak strikes, surface marks, and alignment problems. High-grade examples with sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong luster are far scarcer than people realize. When collectors compete for the best examples, prices can rise quickly, but condition is only one part of the story. What truly makes some 1974 D Eisenhower dollars valuable are mint errors and rare varieties. These are the coins that make collectors' hearts race. One of the most desirable errors is the double die variety. This happens when the die that strikes the coin receives a misaligned impression during its creation. The result is doubling in the lettering, the date, or even Eisenhower's facial features. On genuine double die examples, the doubling is bold and visible, not flat or machine-like. These coins are scarce, and when authenticated, they become instant highlights in any collection. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike. Because Eisenhower dollars are so large, striking errors are more dramatic and easier to see. Some 1974 D coins were struck significantly off-center, leaving part of the design missing and blank metal visible. The more dramatic the offset while still showing the date and mint mark, the more desirable the coin becomes. Then there are clipped planchets, where a piece of the metal blank was missing before striking. These clips can be curved or straight, and they create a distinctive shape that immediately catches the eye. Authentic clips show metal flow and weakness opposite the clip, signs that collectors look for very carefully. Even more exciting are wrong planchet errors. A 1974 D Eisenhower dollar struck on a planchet intended for a different denomination or even a different metal is extremely rare. These coins often have unusual weight, color, and sound. When confirmed, they can command serious money and become centerpieces of advanced error collections. There are also die cracks, cuds, and retained cut errors on some 1974 D Eisenhower dollars. These occur when the die begins to break down from heavy use. Large cracks or missing sections of the design caused by damaged dies add character and rarity, especially when they are bold and easily visible. Now let's talk about something many people misunderstand. Not every Eisenhower dollar is valuable. Cleaned coins, damaged coins, or common examples in worn condition usually carry only modest value. The real money is in originality, eye appeal, and verified rarity. Collectors want coins that tell a story, coins that survived untouched, or coins that should never have existed in the first place. This is why professional grading and authentication matter so much. A 1974 Eisenhower dollar certified in high mint state condition or confirmed as a genuine error can jump from pocket change status to a highly sought collectible. For collectors, this coin is exciting because it sits at the crossroads of history, modern minting technology, and human error. It reminds us that even in an era of machines and mass production, imperfections happen, and those imperfections can become treasures. So if you have Eisenhower dollars tucked away in drawers, jars, or old collections, it is worth taking a closer look. Check the date. Look for the D mint mark. Examine the lettering, the edges, the strike, and the surfaces. Weigh the coin if something feels off. Sometimes the most valuable coins are the ones people ignore. Now let's talk about real money, because value is what everyone wants to know. In today's real market, a normal 1974 Eisenhower dollar in circulated condition is usually worth only a small premium over face value. However, uncirculated examples with strong luster and minimal marks can sell for prices ranging from several tens of dollars to a few $100s depending on grade. High-grade certified examples can reach auction prices in the range of several $100s, and the finest known examples have sold for over $1,000 at major auctions. Authentic double die errors, dramatic off-center strikes, or wrong planchet errors from the 1974 Eisenhower dollar have realized auction values ranging from several $100s to multiple thousands of dollars, with the most extreme and visually impressive errors bringing prices well into the several $1,000 range. Top 2. We are diving into one of the most mysterious and talked about coins in modern American numismatics. This is not just a coin story, this is a treasure hunt, a myth, a rumor, and a lesson that every serious coin lover needs to hear very carefully. Grab a seat, relax, and listen closely, because this video is made to keep you watching till the very end. Imagine holding a heavy dollar coin in your hand. It feels powerful. It feels historical. On one side, the bold portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a symbol of strength, leadership, and victory. On the other side, the majestic eagle landing on the moon, honoring America's triumph in space exploration. This design alone already makes the Eisenhower dollar special. But today, we are not talking about an ordinary Eisenhower dollar. Today, we are talking about the legendary, controversial, and highly searched Eisenhower dollar said to be from the year 1977 with a D mint mark. Now here is where the story becomes incredibly interesting. Officially, Eisenhower dollars were minted from 1971 to 1978. Most collectors know that by 1977, these coins were only struck at the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, and at the San Francisco Mint mainly for proof and silver issues. The Denver Mint did not officially produce Eisenhower dollars in 1977. And yet, across coin forums, collector conversations, and late-night internet searches, the phrase 1977 Eisenhower dollar keeps appearing again and again. Why? Because collectors love mysteries. And this coin is surrounded by one of the biggest mysteries in modern U.S. coinage. Some believe that a small number of Eisenhower dollars may have been struck accidentally at the Denver Mint in 1977. Others believe that test strikes, experimental pieces, or mule coins may exist. A mule coin is when a coin is struck using mismatched dies, such as a die from one year or denomination combined with another. These kinds of errors are extremely rare, and when real, they can be worth life-changing money. Now imagine this scenario. A Denver Mint die prepared for another dollar coin is mistakenly paired with an Eisenhower obverse or reverse. A few coins slip through quality control. They are released into circulation or stored away unnoticed. Decades later, one surfaces. If such a coin were proven genuine, authenticated, and verified by a top grading service, it would instantly become one of the most important modern U.S. coin discoveries ever. This is why collectors keep searching. But let us slow down and talk about facts, because real collectors respect the truth. As of today, there is no officially confirmed, authenticated Eisenhower dollar from 1977 with a D mint mark recognized by major grading services. That means no certified example has ever been proven to exist in the real numismatic market. And that alone makes this coin incredibly fascinating. Not because it is known to exist, but because it is known not to exist officially, and here is the twist that makes this story even more powerful. In the world of coin collecting, coins that should not exist are often more valuable than coins that do exist. Think about famous error coins in history. Coins struck on the wrong planchet. Coins with missing mint marks when they should have won. Coins dated years that were never meant to be produced. When these are real, they rewrite history. Collectors have examined thousands upon thousands of Eisenhower dollars. They have searched mint sets, bank hoards, estate collections, and old rolls untouched for decades. The hope is always the same. To find something overlooked. To find something impossible. Some fake examples do circulate. Altered coins where a D-mint mark has been added after minting. These are not rare, and they hold no special value. Skilled collectors know how to spot them by looking at the mint mark position, shape, and surface disturbance. Real mint marks are part of the die, not glued, punched, or engraved later. This is why knowledge is power in coin collecting. Now let us talk about why people still care so deeply about this rumor coin. The Eisenhower dollar itself represents the end of an era. It was the last large-size dollar coin made for circulation in the United States. It connects history, space exploration, and classic coin design. Any major error or undocumented variety within this series automatically becomes important. Collectors are not just chasing money. They are chasing discovery. If a true 1977 D Eisenhower dollar were ever confirmed, it would challenge official mint records. It would become a headline in every numismatic publication. Museums would want it. Elite collectors would compete for it. And it would instantly become a once-in-a-lifetime coin. This is why you should always check your coins carefully. Look at the date. Look at the mint mark. Use magnification. Compare with known genuine examples. Learn the diagnostics. The hobby rewards patience and knowledge, not shortcuts. Now let us speak honestly about value, because this is where many people get confused. Since no genuine 1977 D Eisenhower dollar has been authenticated, there is no true market value for such a coin as a real collectible. Any altered or fake example is worth only novelty value. Genuine 1977 Eisenhower dollars without a mint mark are common and usually worth face value unless in high-grade condition or proof format. However, if one day a real 1977 D Eisenhower dollar were discovered and verified, its value would not be ordinary. It would not be modest. It would be extraordinary. And now, as promised, let us talk about price and auction value, spoken clearly and honestly, based on real market principles. As of today, the real market price of a genuine 1977 D Eisenhower dollar is $0 because no confirmed authentic example exists. Any claimed example has no recognized collectible value beyond a few dollars as a novelty. If, in the future, a genuine authenticated example were to surface, experts estimate that its auction value could reach hundreds of thousands of dollars or even exceed $1 million, depending on condition, provenance, and confirmation by major grading authorities. This is why collectors keep searching. This is why the legend lives on. If you love coins, stay curious. Stay informed. And never stop looking closely at what others overlook. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's greatest coin mysteries, stay with the channel, because the next discovery might be waiting in your pocket. Top 3. We are talking about a coin that many people have seen, many people have spent, and many people have completely overlooked. A coin that quietly sits in collections, desk drawers, old wallets, and inherited coin jars across the United States. And yet, when collectors hear its name, their ears perk up instantly. The Eisenhower Dollar. And more specifically, the 1978 D mint mark Eisenhower Dollar, a coin that marks the end of an era in American coinage and carries a story far bigger than its face value. When you hold this coin in your hand, you are not just holding a dollar. You are holding the final chapter of the large-size dollar coin in the United States. This was the last year the Eisenhower dollar was ever produced. After this, everything changed. The size changed. The feel changed. The presence changed. And that alone makes the 1978 Eisenhower dollar historically important. This coin was minted in Denver, and it does not carry a mint mark that screams rarity at first glance. In fact, many people dismiss it instantly. They think, "I've seen this before, it must be common, it must be worth nothing." And that mindset is exactly why this coin has become so interesting to collectors today. The Eisenhower dollar was designed to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a war hero, a leader, and a symbol of American strength during the mid-20th century. The obverse shows his strong profile, calm and determined, while the reverse features the majestic eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch. That reverse design alone connects this coin directly to one of the greatest achievements in human history, the Apollo moon landing. That means every Eisenhower dollar is also a tribute to American space exploration. Now here's where things start getting exciting. The 1978 Eisenhower dollar is not rare in the traditional sense of low mintage numbers. Millions were produced. But rarity in coin collecting is not always about how many were made. It's about how many survived in top condition, how many have unique characteristics, and how many contain errors that were never meant to exist. This is where collectors lean in and listen very carefully. Most of these coins were heavily circulated. They were big, bulky, and unpopular for everyday use. People didn't like carrying them. So they were tossed into drawers, bags, and storage where they banged against other coins, picked up scratches, bag marks, and wear. Finding a 1978 Eisenhower dollar today in truly high-grade condition is far more difficult than most people realize. Collectors pay attention to the surfaces. They look for strong luster, clean fields, sharp details in Eisenhower's hair, and crisp lettering. The moment those qualities line up, the coin jumps into a completely different category. Then come the mint errors. Some 1978 Eisenhower dollars escaped the mint with striking errors that instantly elevate their desirability. Off-center strikes where the design is visibly shifted. Broad strikes where the coin spreads beyond its intended boundary. Die cracks that run across Eisenhower's portrait or through the eagle on the reverse. Double die characteristics that show subtle but collectible doubling in the lettering and numbers. These errors are not common, and each one tells a story of a moment when the minting process went slightly wrong. Collectors love that. Errors turn a regular coin into a conversation piece. A mistake becomes a treasure. There are also examples with weak strikes versus unusually sharp strikes, creating another layer of variety. Some collectors specialize only in Eisenhower dollars. Others chase final year issues. Some want Denver Mint examples only. And some focus entirely on error coins. That means demand comes from multiple directions. What makes this coin especially interesting is that many people still don't realize it deserves a second look. That creates opportunity. Coins that are widely ignored today often become the sleeper collectibles of tomorrow. And let's not forget the emotional side of collecting. For many Americans, the Eisenhower dollar represents childhood memories, casino trips, family collections, or the sound of a heavy coin hitting a counter. Nostalgia drives collecting just as much as rarity. And nostalgia is powerful. When collectors realize this coin represents the end of the large dollar era, honors a president, celebrates space exploration, and offers real collectible error varieties, interest grows quickly. So if you have one, don't rush to dismiss it. Look closely. Check the surfaces. Look for anything unusual. Even small details can make a big difference in the collector world. Now, let's talk value, and this is important. We are only talking about real market prices and real auction results. In circulated condition, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar is generally worth around $1 to $2 in today's market. In uncirculated condition with strong luster and minimal marks, examples have sold in the range of $5 to $20. High-grade certified examples have reached values of several $100s at auction. Error varieties, depending on the type and severity, have sold for amounts ranging from $50 to well over $1,000 in confirmed auction sales, and that is why collectors continue to search, study, and hold on to this final year Eisenhower dollar. If you love coins, history, and hidden value, this is a coin worth knowing, worth examining, and worth appreciating.